The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Follow the elephant. Do you believe? I'm about to mess somebody up on this video. Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. For this video, man, my heart is heavy. I'm shaking. You know why? Because I'm about to do something against my will. But BWB, at this point in my life, I'm beginning to say, you know what? Not my will, but thine will be done. Family, BWB, countrymen, lend me thy ear. If you can lend me your ear and your heart, I'm about to mess somebody up. Frankly, I'm about to mess me up too, because I have no idea what's going on right now, but I have to be obedient. I have to do this one without my hat because I need you to look into my eyes. I need you to see my whole face as I do this one. I was going to wear my hat. I came down to the studio and I was like, oh, dang, I forgot my hat. And then I heard in my spirit, don't wear the hat. As a matter of fact, don't even wear that much jewelry. I wanted to put my fake bling on, bling a little bit for you guys, but don't wear the hat. This is what you need to be like. I'm like, okay, I'm out of the way. I'm going to step out of the way. You do what you're doing, whatever you're doing, just do that. So, The Magician's Elephant. It's a movie on Netflix. Some of you have seen that movie, and if you haven't seen it, Netflix is not sponsoring this episode, but I suggest you go see it after this. Every Friday, my family and I have family night. We choose a movie, we eat popcorn and our selective junk food, as you can tell. Don't be judgmental. We choose our favorite junk food, lay on the floor or sit on the couch. We pick a movie and we watch. I usually pick the movies because I'm dope like that with picking movies. Not because I'm a filmmaker, but I'm dope like that picking movies. One night, my 7-year-old, I believe it was either my 7-year-old or my wife, that picked a movie. It's like, okay, cool. I ain't jealous. Y'all can pick it. I'm not feeling no kind of way. Y'all can pick the movie. They picked the movie, The Magician's Elephant. In The Magician's Elephant, this young boy is either living with his grandfather, his father, or somebody. He's living with a man. And that guy is a military guy. And in his militariness, he's very stern. He's stuck in his ways. The young boy has a little sister, which the father figure told him passed away some time ago. But for some reason, this young man believes in his spirit, that his sister is still alive. He goes to a fortune teller in the town. So the fortune teller tells him, yes, indeed, your sister is alive. And if you want to find her, follow the elephant. Just like you are right now with this video, confused. What the heck am I about to say? The young man is confused. He's like, what do you mean follow the elephant? You took my money and you didn't give me no answers. And the fortune teller tells him, yes, you came for something and I said what you need. Follow the elephant. There's no elephant in this town. 0 elephants in this town. Not a one, not a baby elephant, not an elephant photo, not anything that looks or resembles an elephant. So he's confused. No elephant in the town. He has no idea where in the world he's going to find this elephant. There are no elephants in this specific town. In a separate scene, what seems like a terrible magician, I hope I'm not giving the movie away for some of you, what seems like a terrible magician, he's doing some magic on stage and he's bombing. This guy is straight bombing, doing spells, he's doing stuff. He cannot get his crowd to crack a smile, not one smile. Something like Superman in the beginning doesn't understand his power or how to use his power or his magic. He's doing things and they're not working. Calls a lady on stage and he's like, listen, I'm about to do some magic. I'm about to do a spell. So he does this spell, and in that spell, he is supposed to be trying to conjure up or bring a lily to give to the lady to make her smile or something. His magic is not that great yet. He doesn't understand how to use his power, does his spell, and through that spell, an elephant falls out of the sky and falls on the lady. As you can imagine, they now have an elephant in the town. End of that story. Okay, so lock that story in your head, and we're going to come back to now what I'm about to tell you. Like I told you guys, my heart is heavy because this is against my will. I'm like, please don't make me do this one, God. I'm like, oh Lord, please. Whenever there's a heavy feeling on my heart that I should not do it, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't know how people are going to take this one. I'm like, God, please don't make me do this, please. Every video that you've seen that I've put out that has some type of message, I've had that struggle. I'm like, oh, come on. What does this have to do with Coach Prime and Deion Sanders? Can we just stick to sports? Please, Lord. You're saying the same thing out there. You're like, Harry B., what are you talking about? If you're still here, you're here for a reason. When that happens, whenever I have that heavy resistance on my spirit, not to do it because I don't know how you're going to respond, that's when I know that I need to do it because it's against my will, but not my will, but thine will be done. We know that Coach Prime is a believer, and these are some of the things that he confesses in public. He's always looking to God to, hey, God, I was about to say something, but because you said not to, I'm going to be obedient and not go forward with what I was thinking that I should say. I'll listen to the voice in my head. So that's what I'm here doing. I'm listening to the voice in my head. I'm listening to the voice in my heart. And please bear with me. This is what God wants to do, so let's go. In our society, a lot of us are walking around like nothing's wrong. If you have a stick of deodorant, you have a clean shirt, some jeans, clean underwear, that's optional. You You can put on your deodorant, put on your clean shirt, your pants. A lot of us can assimilate, can blend into society and just be walking around happy, smiling, and look just like everybody else smiling, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on. We're going through a lot of pain. We're going through a lot of things, whether it's spiritually, financially, or something. We're all going through something, and we know that there are people that are going through a lot more than us. But society has taught us, you look good, you feel good, you're smiling, everything's okay. Summertime is around the corner. We are in March. Right around this time, a lot of families are going to start thinking about where kids are going to be for the summertime, what camps they're going to put their kids in for summer. Last night, as I'm doing my research for my next video, which I'm going to give to you guys later on, all of a sudden, something heavy falls on my heart. I heard guys say, Harry B., I want you to pay for summer camp for kids from 5 different families. And right away, I'm like, nope, time out, God, Jesus, nope, give me something else. Come on, give me something else. Something else drop. My YouTube income is not there yet. You see, I'm struggling to get the 5,000 subscribers, so come on. Nope. A lot of us get a message like that. We go straight to the rebuttal. Oh, no, we go to that place. I went straight to that place. I ain't got the money. If you know what I'm going through right now, you know that, nope, I need you to pay for summer camp for children from 5 different families. Okay, I don't have the money. And then I heard, well, you ain't got it, but I got it. Okay, so you gonna give me the money? Nope. And then this quote dropped in my heart, in my spirit. Silver or gold have I not, but what I do have giveth I to thee. That's King James. Let's break it down. Harry, what are you talking about? Bro, I ain't got it. I ain't got no silver or gold, but what I do have, I'm gonna give it to you. I have God and I have faith. I don't have no money. Something else dropped in my spirit, and I heard one of the best times to give is when you don't have, because God sees that sacrifice as authentic from the heart, and that's really all that he's looking for. Not that he can't just snap his finger and things happen, but he's looking for us, for our heart posture. He's looking for Abraham's, and he's looking for people who have 2 pennies. A lot of families are out there and they're going through. Things are getting way expensive. I mean, groceries. Eggs are getting more expensive. Milk's getting expensive. The cereal that you used to pay $2 to $3 is now probably like $5, $6, sometimes $7 for that same cereal. Just this past weekend, my wife went to the African store to buy some cow skin. We made some palm butter, and just the little pack of cow skin, that was like $20-some. I was like, $20-something. Good Lord. Liberian man, we have this quote. We say, hey, my man, that force is not that serious. So we say, that force, I gotta eat cow skin. Things are getting expensive. So families all around the United States are feeling the pinch. When I got this in my spirit, I said, oh no, here we go. I know that I have to be obedient. I know that I have to make this video. I can decide not to make this video, just like many other things that I've turned away, that I've said no to God. I don't have to make this video, but today I want to make this video because this is my heart. I want to be part of the solution in this community. I want to be part of the solution because a lot of us love to scream the problems. Oh, this is happening. Oh, this is happening. You see what's happening over there? You see what's happening over there? So we create these platforms and we're screaming problems. And I'm not on this platform to come and start blaming people for what they're doing, because saying the problems is sort of like part of the solution. Somebody has to uncover, blow the whistle, so that we can hear the problem, and then maybe somebody will do something. I'm not going to start shaming people for that. I'm not doing that. But what I have decided to do in this chapter of my life, with this platform, I want to find solutions for the issues that I talk about. Because I feel like if God's going to put an issue on my heart, then he's not just putting the issue on my heart for me to come out here and wax poetic, as if I'm this guru, as if I know all of these things, and look at me, ooh, it's all about me. Look at Harry. Harry's smart. Harry's insightful, and I'm cuffed to the comments. You know, as Pastor Michael Todd says, you're cuffed to the comments. You love all of the adulations. You love all of the praise everybody's giving you. Oh, look at me. I'm so smart. And then that's it. And I'm collecting YouTube checks doing that. And that's it for me. Nope. Not Harry B. I don't want that. I'm very secure in my life that I don't need that. That's cool. I don't want just that. Who don't like affirmation? If you do something, somebody say, look, good job. We all like that. But I've decided that on my platform and in my life, that it's got to be more than that. I can't be just satisfied with affirmation. I can't be just satisfied with people's praises and then come back with another video with more problems and say, oh, here's another problem. I can't do that. I want to be part of the solution. So this is me being part of that solution. I want to do something. I don't have the money, but I have a platform. It's a small platform, yes. I didn't want to have to wait till I get 50,000 or 100,000 subscribers before I started doing things in my community, before I started being part of the solution. This Coach Prime platform, there are other platforms that are much bigger, but I don't care. It's not about the big platform. If you are just faithful over the little bit, then God would bring the increase. and I'm just being obedient. I'm not doing this for God to give me a big platform. No, I'm just being obedient to what God is saying because I feel the burden for my community. Silver or gold have I not, but what I do have is my faith, and I do have this platform, and I have my prayer. So this is what I want to do. There are 5 families out there that really need help this summer, that really need help paying for summer camp, sports summer camp for their kids. Whether you have 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, I don't know how many kids you have. I wasn't given an instruction on, cap it off at a certain amount of kids. But there are 5 families, 5 different families, like, okay, John's family, Benji's family, whatever family. I want to help you to get your kids into summer camp. The only problem is, as I've said, I don't have the money. But just like I heard in my spirit, I heard God say, you ain't got the money, but I got it. And it's not about the money. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. God doesn't need us to have the money. He just needs us to be obedient and trust him. Those who are willing to put themselves out there, to be vulnerable for judgment, for people to say things about you. Shut up, you're talking too much. Nobody cares about that God stuff. Get out of here. Those who are willing to step into that kind of place, to be ridiculed. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Those who are willing to put themselves in the line to be judged are the laborers. There's a few number of those people. God only needs us to trust him, to allow ourselves to be a vessel to be used for him to move and bless people in our lives. So here I am, I got a platform. I said, okay, so I'm going to pay for 5 families to go to summer camp, and it doesn't matter how many kids they got in those families. Okay, fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I promise you I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just being a vessel. I'm just being obedient to what I heard. I feel the burden for my community, and I just want to give somebody an opportunity. I just want to give kids an opportunity to go to summer camp this summer without having to sit in front of the TV the whole time, because I know how that feels. We've been through summers where my kids had to sit in front of the TV the whole summer. They had nothing to do, just bored out of their minds. Sit in front of the TV because I could not afford it. And I know that my community, my people, my human community is going through that because times are rough right now. A lot is going on right now. We're coming out of this pandemic and people are still going through a lot. And I just wanted to lift the burden of 5 families this summer, so that your kids can have an opportunity to go to summer camp. And I want to pay for that. Okay, so I'm believing that's going to happen. So how's it going to happen? Here's how this is going to happen. Before I give out the instructions, I have to say this. There will be no money sent to me. I am not collecting any money from anybody. Please, under zero and no circumstance, nobody sent me any money at all. I'm not going to be touching or controlling anybody's money. I did not establish a bank account, and I have not established any way to receive money from anyone for this process. I'm not taking any donations directly from anyone. I want to make this very clear. I want to make sure that this part of it is very clear. I'm not running any scams here. Nobody watching me, send me $1. Don't send me anything. I just hope that is clear, because I know that there are going to be people who are forming opinions and they think, oh, here comes a scam. Under no circumstance am I running a scam here, or I'm asking anyone to send me money personally so that I can pay for these camps. That's not what's happening here. That being said, now, here's how that's going to happen. First, for the families. If you are the family in need, these are your instructions. And I need you to take these instructions very seriously. And I need you to follow these instructions step by step and make sure you don't skip a step in these instructions. So here we go. For families, I need you to send me a letter to the email that's on your screen. You see the email right there on your screen. You're going to send me an email. In that letter, give me a brief description of your situation. I don't need a 20-page letter explaining to me from, what happened in your life. I don't need all of that. I don't need a whole long laundry list of things that you've been going through. Just give me a brief description of your situation. You're going through some hard times. Some things are happening to you, and you just need a little bit of assistance for now. That's all I need. Maybe 1 or 2 pages. That's all I need. If you send me a 20-page letter, I'm not going to read it. I need you to follow the instructions. Just like I'm being obedient, I need you to be obedient as well. 1 or 2 pages just telling me what's going on. And in that letter, you can decide to include pictures of the family. If you do include pictures of the family and you want me to show the pictures to the community, I need you to add a disclaimer in that letter. At the bottom of that letter, it says, Harry B. TLP Sports Club, I give you permission to show my picture or to show my family's picture when you present it to the community on screen. That's important. And also, I need you to do some research. Find 1 or 2 camps in the community that you would like to attend. Keep in mind, we're doing the United States only, and we're doing all 50 states. Doesn't matter where you are. I need you to find the camp or camps, just 1 or 2. I don't need a laundry list of camps. Keep in mind, this is just me doing this. This is me and my team, okay? Me, just a couple of people that are doing this. We don't have a big old team that's about to be going over all of these letters, reading 20 pages or 300 pages of letter and going through 300 lists of things that you've sent us. Don't need that. Keep it simple. Follow these instructions very carefully, please. 1 or 2 camps that you would like your kids to attend this summer. I need the camp's information. I need the email address for the camp. If it's available, the camp director's first and last name, or the camp director's name and contact information, a telephone number, and an email address for the camp. I need to make sure that the information that you're sending me, the contact information for these camps, are relevant information and they're up to date, because I will be following through. I will be calling myself. I will be calling these camps. Make sure you include the website, a working website for the camp. Just to avoid any type of fraud or scam, I need to make sure that these are real camps, real operating camps that are still going on. So I don't need somebody to just go on a website, find some old camps that's no longer in operation, and just send me some link. Send me their website, because I'm going to go to their website and I'm going to check out the camp. Please include how much money the camp costs and when that money is due, because we're in March now. Camps are starting to take money for campers. So when is the money due? That's very important. When is the first payment due and when is the last payment due? We need to know how long you need the kids to be in camp, the time frame that the kids need to be in camp, because you got vacations coming up. You're going to be in vacation. They're not going to be there. They only need to be there for 2 weeks, or they need to be there for the whole summer. Let me know that information too when you send your letter, all right? Because it's important, because we need to know, the financier needs to know how many months or how many weeks they're paying for. Summer is like 3 months, so they need to know how much they're paying for. If you're going to be on vacation for a certain amount of time, let me know when you're going to be on vacation. If you're going to be coming back from vacation and there's going to be a little gap before they go back to school and you want them to return to the camp, let me know that information too, so the financier can pay for when they return to the camp, because that's another thing that happens. You come back and they have a couple of weeks left and they're just sitting around. Let me know that information too and put it in your letter. I need to make sure that this is a legit camp. Cousin started a camp and you're just going to send them there. Can't do that type of camp. I need a legit functioning camp, a sports camp that your kids are going to go there, get skills in soccer, football, whatever sport. Doesn't matter what sport. And if you can't find a sports camp and your kids are not into sports, then send me a camp, all right, that they want to go to. They're going to have some fun this year, but give me the information for that camp. I prefer that it's sports, because this is TLP Sports Club. I'm doing sports here, so I want to make it relevant. So I prefer that it's sports, but maybe you don't have a sports camp in your area. Maybe there's some type of general camp in your area that'll make it easier for your kids to go to, and it'll make it easier for you to pick them up. All right, so if that's the case, yes, I don't mind that there are a new camp. They have to have contact information that's working, a working telephone number, an email address, and they need to have a website. If they don't have those things, I cannot use that information. They must have those things. These are the instructions that I'm getting, because I'm not handling any money. Nobody's sending me any donations. I'm not doing a GoFundMe. I'm not doing none of that, or not with this specific thing that I'm talking about now. Maybe at a different time I would do that. With this thing right here, this is how it has to be handled. How many children are in the family? I need to know the age of the children, all right, because these camps go by age. When we contact these camps, we're going to need to make sure that they are in the right age group for that camp. I need to know if it's a group rate or how much the camp costs per child. You need to rewind this portion of the video to follow the instructions very carefully. Please make sure to do that. I don't know how to handle this, but I'm just trying my best. They have those things where people sending letters and they read the letter on TV and stuff like that. I'm going to read the letter in a video and I'm going to put it out there, and then I'm going to pray over each family individually in another video. I'm going to pray over that letter. I'm going to put it before the community, and then I'm going to pray. But this is why I said I'm about to mess somebody up today. Somebody out there, I don't know who you are, but somebody out there, God put on your heart to be a blessing to someone. You got some extra resources, and you wanted to be a blessing to somebody. And you said a prayer, or you've been praying and thinking, what should I do? How should I do it? And you got the extra resources, whether it was a year ago, whether it was yesterday, 2 weeks ago, a month, 3 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, however long. You have that resource. And God told you to follow the elephant. God told you, he said, follow the African, or wait for the African or wait for the guy on YouTube that usually wears a hat. But I'm going to tell him on this specific video not to wear the hat. That would be your indicator. When that happens, that is the person you need to contact to sow this seed for these families. You were confused. You didn't understand what it was. Wait for the guy that talks about Coach Prime all the time. Wait for the guy that always wears the hat, turned to the side, but he's not going to wear it this time. What? Wait for TLP? Who is TLP? What is TLP? Wait for Harry B? Who the heck is Harry B? I don't know a Harry B in my life. Harry Belafonte? Wait for Harry Belafonte? I don't even know Harry Belafonte. God's told you to wait for something, and it had to do with me. And I had to be obedient today so that what you had to do for these families, and you are hearing my voice, this is what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to be obedient. I have to do my part, be crazy enough to go against my own will, not to do this video, for you to hear me say it so that you can act. Not directly to me, but to sow the seed to the camps for these families. Whether it's that or wait for the guy that's wearing the black shirt, wait for the guy that has the YouTube channel that talks about Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, wait for that guy. Some type of instruction has been given to you that describes something here that you're supposed to wait for to be a blessing to that. I'm just being obedient and I'm just saying, you're supposed to follow that voice or you're supposed to follow those instructions. That's how it's going to happen for you. This is why you're going to contact me. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So if you know the instruction and you want to be obedient, remember it's not about the money. If you want to be obedient, then you will contact me. Or you can just ignore it. You say, nah. You can be like, nah, that's too coincidental. Nah, no way. I'm not doing that. You can ignore it. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. You don't have to do it. God has other resources. God has plenty of resources. Just like the Power Five, the 5 richest conferences in college football, and they have all of these resources, and that's why their players are much leaner, bigger, and they usually win more than other conferences. God has many resources, and he will choose somebody else. It doesn't have to be you. You can be obedient and do it. Contact me so that we can pay for these families. You can ignore that again and just think it's coincidental. Or you can be obedient this time, just like I'm being obedient this time. I have ignored many calls, many opportunities that I've heard and felt in my spirit to do something, and I've ignored it so many times. But this one, I just felt like I needed to be obedient on. So if you want to be obedient like me, I don't know who you are. I don't know who I'm talking to. So if you want to be obedient like me, and you're not going to be like, there's no way. I know what you're feeling. If it's you, I know what you're feeling. You're going to be like, there's no way. A bald-headed guy I was bald-headed before. If he said a bald-headed guy, I was just bald-headed. My hair just grew back. If you got that instruction and you're like, nah. Not happening, not going to happen. You can turn the video off. There's a reason why you're still watching, and you're supposed to hear that. And you can be obedient or not. That's the thing. That's the thing about our free will. That's why we have free will, to say no, to say yes, to be obedient and become a vessel that God can use us and then exponentially bless us in a different way with health, connecting us back to old relationships and helping us in different ways, because it's not about the money for God, right? We're praying for stuff. We want God to bless us in different areas of our lives, but we just keep saying no and then wondering why certain areas in our lives are not being blessed. We can keep saying no, or we can be obedient and see how God works. But we know we're not doing it for elevation. We're not doing it with strings attached. I'm just doing it. I'm tired of running, okay? Tired of hiding behind my film career and not answering God. Tired of being afraid to even say this word to you guys, because this is supposed to be talking about Deion Sanders and not out here preaching like I'm on a Sunday afternoon, like on a Sunday service. I'm tired of that. So I'm just being obedient, and maybe you should be too. You never know what's going to happen. These are the people who are going to be following the elephant and making sure that this thing happens. I'm not taking no money from anyone. I'm the orchestrator of this thing. I'm going to be the middleman, communicating with the families, communicating with the financiers, those who are going to be paying for the camp, communicating with the camp directors. I'm going to be doing that work, making sure that these camps are legit. I'm going to be making sure I ask some questions. I'm not getting somebody trying to scam, but I'm going to be trying my best to make sure that nobody's frauded, nobody's scammed, or anything like that, at least to the best of my knowledge. The people that are going to be the financiers, the people that are following the elephant, those people, you're going to contact me through that email as well. You're going to tell me whatever your message is. Harry B, you won't believe this. And then go down the line. I'm here to help. And then I'll say, okay, I have a family of 2. I have a family of 5. They're in Hawaii, or they're in New Mexico, or they're in Texas somewhere. And These are 2 camps. I've already called the camps, and the camp is legit. As far as I know, I'll give you that information as the financier. And then you guys are going to work out how you're going to pay for the family to attend the camp. Once you guys work out the payment, the family will get the information. They will go out and go and register the kids, make sure their name is in the system and everything. You send the money to the camp directly. You work out how you're going to pay the camp. And then these families are going to get a letter to let them know, yes, your kids have been registered and they are now good for the whole summer. If there's going to be any types of refunds or anything that needs to happen, the directors of the camp, the people who run the camp, will communicate directly to the people that are providing the resources or the funds for the families. So at no point would anybody call me and say, hey, this money situation. No, I would not be in that process. I'm not going to be handling any of that. If there are any issues, yes, I would be involved. I would be there to navigate conversations, but I'm not involved in any money transactions. I want to make that very clear. There's no scam going on here. All I know is children from 5 families are going to go to camp this summer, 2023. Those are my instructions. I don't know if any other family is going to get paid for it, but if we just get one family paid for, man, that's going to be some kind of celebration. You don't understand and you don't believe the type of celebration that we're going to have if we get at least one family paid for this summer. I don't have the money, so I'm not declaring that, yes, I'm going to pay for your kids to go to summer camp. I got the money. No, I'm believing that what I'm doing is going to get your kids to go to summer camp, and you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. If you want to stay anonymous, but I have your information, stay anonymous. You want to put your name out there, put your name and your face out there, by all means. But I just know that I'm going to read the story, and I'm going to pray, and I'm going to believe that somebody's already been told to do it. And we're going to make a video and show you the power of God, because God said, test me and see. Try me and see. Coach Prime is having faith. He's believing that he's going to win. And we're saying, yes, Coach Prime, you're going to win. We're believing with him. But what is this faith thing if we don't put it to the test every now and then? What is this whole believing thing if we don't put it to the test ourselves and try it in our own lives to see if it works? Because if it works, then I show you and I prove to you that it works, then you can do it too. Then maybe more people will start believing. Maybe more people will start understanding and trusting that feeling that they get. You don't have to wait for this loud voice, my child, please do this. You don't have to wait for that. When you get those messages in your spirit and you're not afraid to be judged and to be ridiculed, and you're not, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. If you don't mind being a vessel to be judged, you can be a laborer. God can use you to do miracles in your community. And I'll end with this. Put my stuff on. I come to the studio and I'm putting the lights on. The lights are giving me a hard time because I have to click the button at the bottom of the lights. They're giving me a hard time. I'm like, okay, God, I'm scared. I'm shaking. I'm like, God, please. Oh, just give me something else. Please, anything else. To calm my spirit, I said, God, I don't know what you're doing, but help me to be strong and help me to be obedient. Help me to overcome this fear of facing these people to put this video out. Help me. So I said, let me play some gospel music. So when I click on the app, the very first song is this right here. Kara Sheard, Miracles. Right there, I knew that I had to do this video. I was like, okay, I don't need no more signs. I got to do this video, and I'm going to do this video. All right, so let me see, God. Let me test you on this. Let me see if this is you. Almost had me crying there, but I'm not going to cry this time. Nope. Almost had me. Nope. You do not have to be religious to send me a letter. You don't have to believe in all this God stuff. Your kids want to go to summer camp. They're not worried about whether it came from a Christian person or whoever it came from. Don't worry about that. Send me a letter. I'm not looking for Christians to send me letters. I'm looking for anybody who need a little bit of help for their kids to have a little bit of good time this summer. Don't worry about being religious or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. Let me worry about that. We got to do a lot more of that. Loving each other for who we are. So you do what you got to do. I do what I got to do. You know what I do here. I'm Harry B. And that was the Liberian Perspective. TLP Sports Club.